Yo, check it, got that new fire straight from the underground. What you need? This that real hip hop.
I've developed an addiction to AI. My AI is actually on my best friends list.
If you're anything like me, you use ChatGPT for everything. ChatGPT is my counselor, my therapist, my best friend. It knows all my secrets.
Story time on how I almost got kicked out of the University of Michigan my freshman year for using ChatGPT.
Okay, so ChatGPT is down, but we do not panic.
You're literally one AI agent away from making $10K a month.
The most gut-wrenching feeling in the world is when the ChatGPT chat that you've been using for about 6 months starts referencing things that don't exist. It must be what it feels like to notice for the first time that a loved one has dementia or something.
Everyone's talking about how AI is ruining YouTube, but I believe AI is ruining something much worse, our own ability to think. ChatGPT has went down several times this year, and every time it goes down, it truly exposes people who are over-reliant on the AI. People are genuinely losing their minds because they now can't get any of their work done, they can't cheat on their assignments, and apparently they can't even bake a cake.
ChatGPT is down, and I don't know about anyone else, but I have come to the conclusion that I can't use my own brain anymore. Because, for example, right now I want to bake a cake, and normally I ask ChatGPT, how do you make a carrot cake? I can't simply Google something anymore. Like, I need a step-by-step breakdown from my best friend, who is also a robot. And now, it's like he's passed away. So, that's me for the day. I'll go back to bed.
If we as a society are already this dependent on ChatGPT and can't be bothered to Google something the moment the servers go down, we as a society are baked.
It's not Chat GPT, people. It's you. It's just you as a person. It's you. It's not Chat GPT. Chat GPT is not to blame. Chat GPT is a simple LLM that allows us to do great things. That's it. You have become reliant on not being able to do for yourself. Here, let's talk about this. You remember when your phone began to predict words for you? So now you deliberately type the first 3 or 4 letters of any word that you think of, and then you just look for it till you see it and you click it. You don't spell it out. There's probably simple words that you might not know how to spell simply because of that. Or you remember when your phone started just like saving everyone's number, you know, put the cute little smiley faces and the cute little emojis and all these things. You don't know anyone's number by heart anymore. It's no longer a thing. See, this isn't just new. This is over years. As people, you become dependent on the tools given to you. And then when they're taken away, you are useless. You, the person, is now useless because this doesn't work without that, right? Don't blame Chat GPT.
And not in the fun way. Cookbooks, Google, I think even the flour bag has a recipe on it, or just call your grandmother. I'm sure she has a recipe and she would love to hear from you. And of course, every time ChatGPT goes down, everybody goes to Reddit to let everybody else know what they already know is that the servers are down. The caption says, when ChatGPT tells you Australians don't need a visa to enter Chile, but it's wrong and too late now. People are now relying on ChatGPT for travel information, which, as we know, gets updated. It's not always the same. ChatGPT, of course, can not only have outdated information, it can also hallucinate. This is fascinating to me because this was such a simple Google search, but it's like people don't want to Google anything now. They don't want to search out information.
You don't want to do anything for yourself now. This isn't, you just don't want to do anything for yourself. Doing for yourself is outdated. You need someone to do it for you. You need someone to feel sorry for you. You need someone to take care of you. You need someone to give you the answers. You need someone to feed you. ChatGPT solved a lot of things for a lot of people who didn't want to do anything. Oh, I'll go ask ChatGPT. You used to act, if you had an iPhone, you asked Siri. If you had an Android, you said, okay, Google. Google now has Gemini, their version of Siri. Siri can't, I haven't even asked Siri to do anything like that. If she's not doing anything like playing me music or something like that, I'm not asking her anything. I'll look it up. I'll type it in if I have to do some research, if I can't make it to a library to actually dig through a book, because I still do that. How kids say touch grass, I touch pages. I will go and flip through a book until I find what I'm looking for. Oh, okay. Boom, found it. Then use that and match that up against other resources that I might use. Why do I do that? I mean, that's how I was taught to do research. That's how I was taught to look up things. Were you not taught the same?
Themselves. They just want answers given to them automatically, regardless if it's true or not. I was recently thinking about all the know it alls in the world, right? I think we all know someone who kind of just says things, and you're like, where did you get that from? And I don't know where they get it from. They just pull it out of thin air, but they say it confidently because they themselves believe it, and now they're trying to pass it on as truth.
Last night, I went out with friends, and one of my friends brought a friend. We were talking about space, and I said, fun fact, the size of Neptune's storms are so large they could eat Earth. And then little Tagalong speaks up, and he goes, oh, that's not true, bro. That's not true. And I'm like, okay. So I take out my phone, I go to NASA's official website, and I show him with proof that it is true. And he goes, no, no, no. He takes out his phone, opens Chat GPT, and says, yo, Chat, is this real? You're using an AI model to fact check NASA.
Why?
There are AI models for that, though. People, there are AI models for that. You just have to find the right ones. See, these AI models are like cars. They all do the same thing, but not everyone is made the same and or for the same purpose. You're not going to go get a pickup truck if you really need a minivan. You're not going to get a minivan if you really need a Mini Cooper. Your vehicle, which is the the LLM, the large language model, right? That is your Chat GPT. That is your Gemini. That is your Siri. You need those things to be updated regularly by people who know what they're doing. Now, do they learn as they go? Of course they do. They learn you, they learn how you talk to them, they learn proper ways to respond back to you. See, I took a AI course because it was offered for free. Yeah. Shout out to Google. Yeah. Google Essentials course. I took that. Learned a lot. But I already had a pretty good idea about AI. But this just gave me all the information I needed to further my use properly of AI and to understand what it really is. It's more than just a computer, it's learning as it goes by itself, but not without help. If you're not one of those people who are able to say what's on your mind exactly, if you don't know that the way in which you put in information will dictate how it comes out, so your input has everything to do with your output. Ta-da! That's how it works. Arrange your words properly. Make sure you're using the right words. Are you saying exactly what it is you're looking for? See, I have always that's always been my thought process, and I was picked on for that. I was made fun of for the way in which I think and the way in which I talk and how I operate. But now you guys keep running to operating systems that literally do what a lot of people do. Speak to them precisely, let them know what it is you're looking for, and your output will be determined upon that. Uh, it's such a weird concept that this is 2025. You grew up with a computer in your home and access to computers, but you do not know how to use them. I just, I don't know. It gives me a headache. It gives me a headache because that means when you go to Google and you ask questions, or or you ask, let me make sure I enunciate my S. When you go to Google and you put in questions, you're putting in anything and accepting anything that comes out. Yeah, that's what that means. That means you probably talk to text a lot. You probably don't spell a lot of words anymore. You probably don't even know the last time you wrote a letter, wrote a paragraph out by hand. This is so crazy. It's crazy because everyone is acting so surprised, but you're so caught up death scrolling and doom scrolling and doing all these other things that have nothing to do with bettering yourself even in a slight bit. At least tune into something that's going to help you. At least that. Chat GPT is there to help you, but you have come. I didn't start using Chat GPT until maybe 3 months ago. That's when I found out about Chat GPT. 3 months ago. Oh, this is cool. This is pretty cool. All right. What can we do? Oh my gosh. And then it starts updating every day and things are changing and it's okay. What are the capabilities of this? I have done some great things on ChatGPT. And it's like, oh my gosh. As a person like me, creative person, oh my gosh. I love ChatGPT. It's like speaking to a boardroom of people that you need to do every single thing you need, but you have to speak to them in their language. It's great because it allows you to be self-sufficient if you know how to use it. I wish, I pray that a lot of people research it better. If Google's still doing that Essentials program, take the Essentials program. It is not just for Gemini or Google apps. It allows you to get a better understanding of AI in general and how to use it all across the board. Like I'm telling you, it's so useful. I advocate for it. I'm telling you, use it, bro. Yeah. I don't even need to watch the rest of the video because I get it. I get it. You are so dependent on it, you can't think for yourself. Who's shocked? Because I'm not.
Perfect.